こんにちは。今日はひらがななからほまで勉強します。You can find na through no in our classroom Kana book. I believe it's page 7, and I have the book with me right now, but you can check for yourself. And to watch a video, you can go to Kantan Kana Lesson 5. The first one is na. This one I think people find a little bit tricky. Take a look at the stroke order first. You have something that looks like a cross. First stroke, second stroke. Then you've got this little stroke right here. It doesn't have to have a hook on it when you draw it. As you can see over here to the right hand side, there's no hook there. And then you have this swirly portion right here. Now this on the bottom is probably the best strategy I've seen for na. It's not very PC. The naughty nun is praying in front of the cross, where you can see then that the cross is off to the left hand side. And then the nun, this could be the hat. This could also be sort of a halo. I sort of think of it as a halo. And this swirl then represents her kneeling down, her legs sort of in a kneeling position. Ni's an easy character. If you take a look in the left-hand corner, you'll see the stroke order here. You have one coming down. It tends to have a hook on it. You don't necessarily have to have a hook. And then you have what looks like a ko off here to the side on the right-hand side. And the mnemonic for this one is quite interesting. It looks like a rudimentary ni that you used to draw when you were in perhaps kindergarten, grammar school, where you have the left-hand side represents the side of the knee and the top and the bottom of the knee. Nu is a really fun character. Take a look up into the left-hand corner and you'll see it only has 2 strokes. It's got this chopstick, then you have another chopstick, and off that second chopstick you have a noodle that comes and curls around like this. So Nu, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, is a noodle held by 2 chopsticks. Ne. Ne is a little tricky to write, I feel. It looks a little bit more angular in this stroke version up here. You have 1 stroke, then you have 2 strokes. So this is quite a bit like Nu in a way. It has that curl right there. To kind of distinguish those, the mnemonic for this one is neko, is the Japanese word for cat. I think their version here is not as good as the one I sort of came up with. Perhaps it was a student, I can't remember. This right here is actually the pole, the scratching pole. And this is the head of the cat. And then the cat is scratching itself on the pole. And it has that arched back and a curled tail. No is quite easy, has 1 stroke. Just goes like this, swirls around. I think it can sort of look like a cursive no if you think of it that way. I don't know if I'm thinking in Japanese here, but something like that. But instead of curling out, it curls in. But I like this mnemonic down here. The strategy is it's a no sign, so no smoking, whatever it is you want it to be, no riding your bike. Here are some words with nani nune no in them. Yomimashou ka. Let's pause the video and restart it when you've read all the words. You can check your pronunciation. The first one is nuno, cloth. Then nikai for second floor. Naka, inside. Neko, which we introduced for ne. Kinodoku, unfortunate or pitiful. History buffs might recognize this next word. Nobunaga, one of the 3 shoguns who united Japan. Dog in Japanese is inu. And then muscles, kiniku. And sand is suna. じゃあ書きましょうか. Let's write these. Go ahead and pause the video. When you're ready to check your answers, restart. The first one is nuno. So nu as in noodles on a chopstick. And then no as in no smoking. Nikai is the shape of a knee. Ka, kick it up. Eat, two eels or the end of Hawaii. Na, this is a tricky one. This side is a little shorter. This is the left-hand side is the cross, and then you have the halo over the nun who is praying at the cross. Na ka. Neko is that scratching post. Here's the head of the cat. Then you have the back. Then you have the curly tail. Ko is the shape of a coin, up top and bottom. Kino doku. Ki is the shape of a key. Remember to break that stroke up. No. No smoking. Do is to with the thorn in it. 10-10. And then ku for cuckoo bird speak. Nobunaga I'm going to write down at the bottom here, so no smoking. Oh, we don't know boo yet. Shoots. Boo comes next. I'm going to draw it anyway. And then na, just seemed like too good of a word to pass up. Na, the nun at the cross. And ga is ka. 10-10. Inu. E for eels, and then nu for noodles. Ki, the shape of a key. Ki, ni the shape of a knee, and ku the shape of a kookabird's beak. Su is pregnant Sue, and na is the nun at the cross. Next set is Hahihu He Ho. You can find that in our Kana book. Watch a video, go to Kantan Kana Lesson 6. First one is Ha. You can see that there are 3 strokes. There's the first one that comes up. You don't necessarily have to have that hook. Some kana looks better with hooks. Other ones, it doesn't really matter. And then you have sort of like the nun kneeling again. This one is a tricky one. I don't really have one here. You could think of a nun again with the arms stretched out, kneeling. Because, I don't know, somebody's taken part of the cross. Who knows? Okay, so the bottom part is ha ha ha. So this is really supposed to be an H. It doesn't go all the way through. And then this is supposed to be the ah part. He is the easiest one in the Hiragana series because it looks like an exaggerated smile when you say he 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 he, which is illustrated down here. Fu is a character that I think causes a little bit of problem for people. This one here on the right, I don't necessarily like this one so much, just because of this stroke right here. And notice this stroke goes out, and then this one on the left goes in. So I think they're all supposed to go in. So it's 1, 2, 3. Actually, this one goes out a little bit, doesn't it? Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3. I think it looks like a nose, but it can also be the shape of Mount Fuji as seen down here at the bottom. If you're going to do this one, though, do the top portion. Do that right here, and then over here come in a little bit like this. Don't go out so much. It doesn't, you can see on both strokes up here and over here that those strokes don't go out as much as they go down here. I like this one. This one looks good. The way I write it is this. I write it almost as if it's a nose. So you have the eyes up here. I don't know what this part is. But anyway, there's a nose there. And you have the 2 nostrils. Hay. Hay is easy like he. It is a pile of hay. And over here we have another mnemonic. It's I have a headache. Represents the top of the head. Ho looks like ha. It has 1 more stroke in it. So you have 1 stroke, 2, 3, and 4. A lot of students have told me this looks like an H. Okay, so you have an H, it's sideways, and then you have an O here, and then it's underlined with this first stroke. So that looks like ho. I can't actually do mental gymnastics like that. So if you come up with something else, let me know. Ha-hi-hu-he-ho has dakuten or ten-ten. So ha ten-ten wa ba desu. Hi ten-ten wa bi desu. Notice I'm using our a wa bi desu structure, where a is b. So hu ten-ten wa bu. He ten-ten wa be. Be careful, it's pronounced be rather than b. Ho ten-ten wa bo desu. And also, ha-hi-hu he-ho is the only set of hiragana that has handakuten, or what I often refer to as maru. Maru means circle in Japanese. So, ha maru is pa. Hi maru wa pi. Fu maru wa pu desu. He maru wa pe desu. And ho maru wa po desu. じゃあ読みましょう. Again, stop the video, see if you can read these, maybe write it out in romaji, and see if you're correct. The first word is nebusoku, sleep deprived. I'm sure as a student you are nebusoku desu. Next one is suna asobi, playing in the sand. Suna meaning sand, asobi meaning playing. The next one is hakama. Hakama is a Japanese traditional outfit for males. Next one is Asahi. You may recognize this as a brand of beer, Asahi. Next is famous Japanese icon, Fuji-san. Notice that I didn't say Fuji-san. I didn't say an F, it's more like an H-U sound. Sorry, it's more like a W-H-U sound. Snore is ibiki. It's fine or okay. If you want to tell somebody it's okay, heiki. This is a bit slangish. The word for stupid or idiot is baka. Snowstorm is fubuki. Fubuki. Something, Japanese has lots of onomatopoeic sounds that represent the state of things. This one's kind of interesting. It's puni puni, meaning squishy or bouncy or chubby. Another one that's similar is poka poka, pleasantly warm. じゃあ書きましょうか. Let's go ahead and write these and say the mnemonic as you write it. Don't forget to pause the video, write it out, and then check it. So, nebusoku. Ne is the cat, remember? The neko with the scratching post in the head. Bu is Fuji-san. Or you want to think of this as somebody's nose. Nebu. So I'm going to write it like this. You can also write it like this, right? Zigzag sewing line. And then ku, cuckoo bird speak. Suna asobi. Su is pregnant Sue. Na is the nun praying at the cross with her halo above it. Suna a, I caught a fish. So bi. So is the zigzag sewing line. And bi is he, the shape of your mouth as you laugh. 10-10. Hakama is ha. Ooh, I forgot what we came up with for that one. Ka. Can. Ma. Do we don't know mami mo yet? Suimasen. Asahi. I caught a fish. Sa. He. So sa was the shape of a saw, something you're going to cut with. And then he is the shape of your mouth. Fuji-san. So fu. And then G is she, has nice hair, plus 10-10. Remember, it's not this G. This G is quite rare. Ibiki, to snore. You have eels or Hawaii. Bi is hi, 10, 10. Ki, shape of a key. Heiki. So hei is the shape of, oops, that's not very good. Hei is the shape of a pile of hay. I for eels, and then ki, shape of a key. Baka. Ba. Somebody comes up with a really good one for this. Let me know. That one's a hard one. Ka. Fubuki. So fu, shape of, sometimes I connect that, and you'll see it that way sometimes in fast writing. Hu, bu, so same thing. 10, 10. Ki, shape of a key. Puni, puni. Pu, shape of a knee, rudimentary knee. Pu with maru. Ni, puni, puni. Poka, poka. So po is ho sideways underlined. Ka, can. Po again. Ho maru. And then ka.